everyone, it's Firesplitter here, and today we are gonna run WarioWare together. And the category we're gonna play today is gonna be New Game Plus with all characters, and we're gonna do boss levels. What that means is that we are gonna die at the boss fights instead of completing them. This means that we have to have 2 lives when we get into the boss fight. Otherwise, we're gonna have to complete the boss fight, and that is gonna lose plenty of time. It was a bit work for the category, but as there was no votes, we are gonna pick on the default, which is boss levels, because it is the easier of the 2 runs. So we're gonna start right off. Oh god, me. I forgot there isn't a thing in this game where I have to do something else before that. So there we go. I get the little countdown. Get start in 3, 2, 1, go. So we're gonna go to all here. Use all. What use all means in this setting is that we are gonna get randomly selected characters. This is adding a lot of RNG to the run, as some boss fights are way easier to die quicker on with some characters than others. We really hope to get characters who can die quickly on some boss fights where it's gonna be relevant. This first boss fight is one of the worst actually in this regard, because in this first boss fight we have a couple of things that need to be done to die. But enough about that, we're gonna talk about one of the main core mechanics of this run, which is gonna be very relevant for how much time we lose a game. And that is the length of the minigame and the frame rate system of this game. What I mean with that is that there are 2 different lengths we can have on the microgames. They're either short or they are long, like this one. On the most long microgames, we can complete them earlier to get to exit quick. About the same pace as we quit on a normal length microgame. However, some of them, like the one we just had, allow us to do a quick exit. That means that we are starting to lose time on those. This one we are gonna lose on purpose on, because if we lose on purpose there, we are starting to get the first frame rule exit and not lose any time. If we don't want to take oh, this is not good. This is the worst character to get here. This character can lose quickly, but not super quickly. We are gonna have to do a lot of stuff before the character can die. This is quite literally the worst character to get here. All we can do is trying to kill these as soon as possible. Almost makes me want to change category, Kappa. Because this is the best. When the character is the worst character for the boss of category, it's actually, funny enough, the best character for no boss deaths. We don't have to kill the bosses for this category, by the way. We don't have to die to the bosses. So this is still a legit run, but we had to beat the boss, which loses like 40-50 seconds. There is no way to lose quickly with that character. You can't lose quickly with that character. It is quite literally the worst character we can get here. Because as you saw, 18 volts can't move. 18 volts can only sit and shoot stuff. And to die in this category, and to die in that boss fight, you have to move. That's why I said that there are a couple of conditions that need to be met to be able to die in this boss fight. So yeah, in that case, it was actually faster to win than to lose. It's one of the rare cases where it's actually worth it to win a boss fight instead of losing it. I at least think it's legal to do that. I honestly do not care too much, as that is enough to make a world record time and by extension activity time impossible. That is how brutal this category is from an RNG perspective. One bad 30 for RNG anywhere in the run is pretty much enough to make a run impossible to get a world record pace. It's a very optimized run. Watch out. This is another forced long marker game, as you saw. We cannot die quicker in that one. There are some market games that are actually quite cruel in that regard. There are some market games that where you can't like die at all. As you saw, like there are some market games where you can't die. Like that one. And then there are some where you can die. And there are some where you can die, but you can't actually... You don't actually progress faster because you die. There is one very, very interesting market game which we can come to later. If we see it, I'm gonna mention that mechanic there with the frame rules there, how they work. But some market games like that one has really... That's a really long win animation. Which means that you have to actually beat it way faster than you think you have to get the first frame rule. I should mention how much time it loses to miss a frame rule. Each frame rule lost loses 2.25 seconds pretty much. Accidentally did the right thing, didn't I? I just went to the first thing I could reach. There we go. What's very important in this category though to make it legal is that we do exit once bonus screen pops up, not sooner. If you exit sooner, the run is not valid. Sort. Beautiful. This course is interesting. This course has a lot of courses we want to lose on purpose. Close. So here there is a possibility that we might get a course we want to lose on, but that we can't lose on because there are all in all 3 courses we want to lose on, but we can only lose twice because we are playing on the category we're playing on. There we go, got first frame rule. As you can see, like, the course is done like halfway through if we get the first frame rule. Getting the final frame rule loses like 4.5 seconds. Getting a course long mark game, you immediately loses 4.5 seconds. There is a lot of randomness in this run, depending on how good it is. And collect 3. This one is ones that are technically possible to get a first frame rule on, but it's impossible. But you can get first frame rule there, but it's just not possible because marking takes too long. This one we have to lose like that. If we are trying to wait for the marking game to be finished, and for the guests to happen, we have to wait for the entire timer. So basically, by losing there, by shooting off the hearts, the game is actually entering a fail state, so the game is recognized that we have lost because there is no valid option. It took me like about 2-3 weeks to realize that that was the case, and I only realized by accident that you could do that. Probably other runners have figured it out before me, but like for me, it was like it took me a couple of weeks when I started running the game to realize that that was the case. Come on, everyone. Beautiful, a space rabbit, and actually here, okay, actually it's good, So, friendly reminder to myself, we should lose. I always forget when we should lose and when we should win. Protect. I also practice this game in the win category because the win category is way harder, like way harder. I kid you not when I say that the win category is super hard sometimes. So I'm practicing the win category because win is much harder. It's much harder to win than to lose. And if we lose a market game when we should win, it basically loses 2 to 3 minutes. So it's the best thing to be safe at. Beautiful, first frame rule. On this course, there are a lot of courses which have 4 second frame rules. So we won't avoid those. There are some that have 4 third frame rules as well, but those are rarer. This one we should lose, because otherwise there is gonna drop another one, and we are gonna have to wait for that one to drop down too. This is the 4th third frame rule. It looks like we should just be able to jump to the wrong one and like get the market finish right, but that's not really the case. The game is gonna play out that thing no matter if you win or lose. So that one is not worth losing on purpose, even though it looks like it might be. Demolish, demolish, demolish. There we go. Oh no, we got second frame rule here. It's possible to get first frame rule there, but it's very, very hard with Dr. Krieger. It's possible, but it's very hard. It's the 4-second frame rule. We cannot get the first frame there because the box is not gonna open up before that point. Come on. There we go, thank you. That was so close, we had to do a second frame rule there. We gave it a little bit too much of a push. It's another 4-star frame rule, there's no way we can do this. The frame rules are very, very important in this category, because those, especially so in all boss fights, or all bosses, like boss deaths, it's very important because we have very little time save in actual boss fights. It is when there is a little bit of time save to be had. Like, no, like you can save a little bit of time here by being fast because, yeah, we have to complete the first step. Then we have to lose. I have to make the wrong sushi, which is this one, and poof, beautiful. And now it's time for 9-volt course. 9-volt course is interesting. This is pretty much the classic WarioWare course. This is what everyone thinks about when they think WarioWare, and that is 9-volt course. I know there are people who are upset that not every single level in all of WarioWare is like 9-volt courses. Because they're all themed after classic Nintendo games. So they are like a fan favorite of everyone, almost.
Excellent.
I want that one. There's another fourth one. We really don't want to lose anything in the accent here, because there are a couple of my games we want to lose on purpose. The first one we already saw, which is the one where we should destroy the GameCube disc. The reason why it's bad to lose that one isn't because it's slow to win, but it's because the winning animation of that one is extremely long. Like, we have to watch the entire GameCube starting animation before the game is recognized that we have won. So it's impossible basically to get anything but a first frame rule because of that. So if you win that one, it's a guaranteed first frame rule on the first level, so we really don't want to win that one. Because that loses 4.5 seconds, and yeah. Beautiful.
Defeat.
Beautiful.
Spin it.
Beautiful. That one is not easy to get first frame rule on. I talk a lot about these frame rules, but they are just so important in this category to get. Every frame rule we save saves 2.5 seconds, so it's huge. It's huge every time we save those. Like, it's not that it saves time, it's that it doesn't lose time. There is a difference. Because normal micro games are like not getting any time, and getting frame rules doesn't gain time compared between a normal game, a normal time, but you know what I mean. Not losing time is the same as saving time. Beautiful, beautiful. That was a quick set. And here we go. Time for Remix. Remix is the first one of the splits I call the Super RNG split. They're basically mix-ups of every single split so far. In that overworld, there are 2 overworlds in this category, and this is Overworld 1, and this is Overworld 1 Remix. The remix is interesting.
Defeat.
Because we can get any micro games, which means that we can get 0 fourth frame rules, or we can get a lot of fourth frame rules, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's all up to RNG how this split goes. More than most other splits. Beautiful first frame rule. We made through stage 1. out of 3 perfectly.
Observe.
What I mean, okay, we are no longer perfect.
Reaction.
But what I mean by that is that there are basically 3 speed settings.
Shave.
As you see, like, it's got speed up. Here's the thing, though. The speed is actually working as if it's, like, as kind of like different packages of micro games that can appear.
Get it.
So, micro games are only appearing within their own speed sets. So, for example, this one is only appearing here. Okay, now we can't lose anything on purpose. We can't lose anything not on purpose because that's gonna lose a lot of time.
Harvest.
We're on the third one now. It's not too bad so far.
Launch.
Here's we're a nasty health situation.
Clear path.
Beautiful. This one goes beyond 15, by the way. There are some splits that goes beyond 15. It's the remixes and the final boss fight. And your kind is the force long. It's a pretty good luck, though. I cannot complain about this luck. Getting 1 force long and 1 4-second frame rule is really good RNG here. It can absolutely be way worse than that. And it often is actually way worse than that. So that was a really good remixed one. Now I'm gonna go into Captain Anna's Nature Course, which is animal themed. This one has a really interesting boss fight. This has the longest boss fight, and the second longest boss fight if we are trying to win. The reason why this one is long, the boss fight, if we you'll see it's gonna be a quiz, and we are gonna have to watch a long video before we get to the quiz. There we go, beautiful. We sadly got a third frame rule. That's not a fourth one, but we don't care. It's just really hard to get third frame rule.
Collect.
And beautiful.
Shoe.
Beautiful. And flip. Beautiful. What I really love about these categories, like the all character categories, is that we have to basically play as well as we can, which was we're given. We really have to adapt on the spot to what's happening in a very interesting way, which I really do love.
Scare snakes. Great. Beep beep. Stop. With style.
Science.
Look closely. Who's not there?
There were no pandas there. There were no pandas there.
Dodge. Cross.
Beautiful.
Feed. Crack.
Beautiful. And here goes the boss fight. We're gonna watch a long video now, so I think this is a very good opportunity to plug in that for the next run I'm gonna make here, we are gonna have an incentive
Remember.
to upgrade the run from endless normal or easy to endless normal. There's still time to donate for that. 5 jumping. So please feel free to do that. So if you want me to run the harder category of the two.
Question 1.
I got the wrong one. That's on me. Okay, that one is easy. That easy lost like 10 seconds, sadly. Then we got the wrong one there. But yeah.
Question
Wait, what? Oh no, I answered the right one, didn't I? There we go, finally I answered the incorrect one. This one is so hard to do boss step on because like reverse, I think you reverse. Because normally I have to go super out of my way to win that one because that is the hardest micro in the entire, like, that is the hardest boss fight, in my opinion, because my memory is horrible.
Inflate.
Like, my long time memory is fine, maybe even like far better than normal, but
Land.
my short-term memory, like my work memory, is horrible. I have absolutely no work memory. I don't have any work memory. If I do something,
Basket.
I can forget what I'm currently doing, and like do something else in time. That is completely normal. For me to like remember 3 different sequences of animals to keep track on, that is really not good. really not good.
Clear the way.
Therefore, it's hard for me to do the reverse thing at the same time as I'm trying to remember stuff. I missed. That's not good.
Hit.
Getting hurt there is bad because he is very prone to overshoot stuff.
Forward.
Beautiful second frame rule. Speedy up. Let's go.
Dodge.
Beautiful.
Train.
There we go, that was close.
Get to the green.
That's not good, now we have to win the boss fight.
Clear.
And that's not good because this is one of the hardest boss fights actually to win. That's embarrassing. This is one of the worst boss fights to win.
I can take him.
The reason why we can't lose it is because then we don't get the bonus stage screen, and then the run is not valid. The worst part of this category is honestly the fact that we can get like bad characters through the micro games, and they are really like. There we go. We also got a bad character top it off, obviously. Because obviously one actor doesn't come alone, but yeah. The hard part with this game is the fact that some categories are just worse than others. Or some characters are just worse than other characters, it's just a fact of life. The best character for a survival perspective is probably Ashley, and the worst one is 9 Volt.
Adjust.
Well, I sadly had to have like the hardest scores for that level. Followed by Cat and Anna.
Finish.
And then we have some characters, like, the tier list for the characters are like pretty odd. I guess trying to explain it's what you are looking for in characters in this game for them to be good. A good character in this game is a character who is good at every minigame in the pack.
Serve.
Therefore, the best character is always Ashley. She can fly around, or she's not the best character always, but she's like always good at everything. There's like no course where I'm like, oh my, I can't win this because I'm playing as Ashley.
Two. Knock them down.
The reason for that is like quite obvious. She can shoot in normal direction, she can fly. Basically, what I deal off the tier list in like on a very fundamental level, like in a very basic sense, is characters who can fly and shoot. Characters who can fly basically in general, I think, are OP, like super good. There shouldn't be any problems. Characters who can't jump are bad. Or fly are bad. And gimmick characters are oftentimes horrible. I do count Penny somewhere between gimmick characters and flying characters who can shoot. At times Penny is like a good character who can fly, and other times she's a gimmick character. Gimmick characters, technically, like, I think that makes her a gimmick character. The problem with gimmick characters are that they have courses that are clearly not designed with them in mind. Like, obviously every single course is made in such a way that every single character should be able to win. But you notice that they have to really go out of their way with some characters to make it possible to win. Okay, this one we need to lose, and it's actually a good character to lose with.
Juice. Don't spill.
There we go. It's good to lose with that character on that course. On the next course, though, yeah, on this course doesn't matter. On this course, we're gonna see the longest boss course we are wants to win,
Prune.
which I really hope. I really hope from the bottom of my heart that I don't end up in a situation where I have to win this one, because then we're gonna have to watch 1.5 or 2-ish minutes cutscene basically. It's gonna be a 2-minute all scroll if we have to win this, so I really don't hope we have to do that. I'm a little brave there. I'm taking the purple step there.
Jump through.
It's a little brave, as I said. I don't really want to do this boss course. It's basically 2.5 minutes. This is the longest boss course if you want to win in the game by far. Because it is an auto-scroller and there's like nothing we can do to make it go faster if you want to win. If you want to lose, however, it's like relatively simple.
Match mess.
Oh, come on. I don't want to win this one. It's actually worth it for us to just reset the level if we have to win it, because it's better to like redo the level than to do the boss course. Because the boss course is just that long.
Balance.
Yeah, I really want to win this one. Really don't want to win this one, I mean. Okay, we have to restart. That's embarrassing. We have to restart here. I shouldn't talk about this stuff, because then it's gonna happen. The reason why we restart here rather than winning the boss course is because the boss course is long. It's fast to just restart here. Urbalon, I have never ever done that course with Urbalon. There are a lot of stuff I've never ever done with some characters. That is why I wasn't prepared for it to do there.
Make it flow.
There are some character combinations we have never seen in normal speedruns, because Urbalon is not a character we ever pick in anything other than all, really. The reason for that isn't that Urbalon is a bad character. From a survival perspective, Urbalon is actually a top tier character.
Strong.
But Urbalon is slow to pick, and from a boss course perspective, there's like only one boss course where Urbalon is good.
Find the star.
And on this level, we are basically always picking Wario, Young Cricket, or... There are two characters we pick. There are two sets of characters. For any percent, we pick Wario, Young Cricket, and 18 Volt, and for New Game Plus, we always pick...
What's there?
We always pick Wario, Mike, and Master Mantis. The reason for that is because on this course, the boss level is like it doesn't really matter what we do. It's gonna be equally long as well. You're having some embarrassing problems here throughout this run. I shouldn't talk about failing, because if I do, I fail. You know how it works mentally when you are talking about stuff that happens. Kind of like the first thing you learn in like mental training.
Excavate one.
That the brain doesn't understand the word not.
I'm right here. Steep.
You should never think what you shouldn't do, but what you should do. And that was like a prime case of that. But yeah, here we go in the boss fight finally. Finally, we had to take a dip for it, but it was worth it. It's worth it. Obviously not preferable, but it's worth it. It's super worth it. I'm a little stressed now because things are not going well. But there we go. If we didn't do that, we would have to wait like 2 minutes more there, and that is longer than it is to do that, so it's worth to get back there to reset. So on to the next course.
Serve.
That's probably the worst thing that can happen in the run. I'm sad I mentioned it because then it happened. You know how it is.
Free.
You know it is.
Goal.
Beautiful. And the run is soon rounding up. It's this split and one more. So if anyone wants to make me play Lead 2 on normal difficulty rather than easy difficulty level and make the run a little bit harder, then feel free to donate for that. Upgrading from easy to normal on endless on my endless run to make it a little bit harder for me to run it.
Reel in.
There's still about, I want to say, like 10 minutes-ish left to donate that goal. Because there is like about maybe 5-10 minutes left of this round, and then we have to up to a little more set after that. So about 10 more minutes you have to work through that, so please feel free to do so. So here's the second Super RNG split, and it's been pretty good so far. The RNG this run has been really good so far, it's just that I have been playing very mentally.
Push it out.
On this course, it doesn't really matter too much if we win or lose, if we have to win or lose. It's obviously faster to win, to lose than to win, but like not the end of the world like the last one.
Find it.
It's definitely worth it for us though to try to get to the part where we get to win, but like we can play a little risky here. I should have played risky on the last attempt because I knew that could happen.
To the green.
This one is actually easy. 80 volter is like pretty good. There's one thing I learned this game, and that's that the 80 volt is actually quite good.
Protect.
80 volt is quite good on level 1 for speedrunning.
Cross.
80 volt, however, in general, is like one of the worst characters because 80 volt can't jump. And there we go, button. So we should win here. We should win the first bottle quickly. To fill up the first bottle quickly, because once we fill up the first bottle, we're gonna spawn a bee. What do I mean by that? Well, we gotta see soon.
Don't spill.
There we go. And here we go. Anything goes, WarioWare. This game is the final split of the run, and this game has a really good way to time the run. Which is kind of why the... Oh, come on, what happened? Hello, game. Why did the gameplay disappear? I'm super sorry for this, but we're having technical issues here. What happened? Capture card, please. Please don't do this to me. There we go, we're back. We're back. We're back, we're back. Ah, the capture card, please. Sorry for the technical issues, everyone. That was not expected, not gonna lie. Capture card, please.
Beep beep. Unlock. Catch 3.
This one has it. Oh! Are you kidding me? Not again. Not again, capture card. Stop failing me. There we go, we're back. I'm so sorry for my capture card, everyone. It's probably cable was like not working like it should. But now we're back again. I am so sorry for that.
Go, Wario.
I am so sorry for my capture card. It's messing up.
Get inside.
This has never happened before. During a stream. It has happened before streams. When I should set up stream, it has happened, but that's never ever happened.
Transport.
I'm super sorry, everyone, for these technical issues.
Evade. Untie. Foil.
Yeah, I'm super sorry for the technical issues. They are happening sometimes.
Match.
I'm gonna take a super serious talk with my capture card. Of course I died. I'm sorry I'm messing up so much here. I'm sorry for the mess up. I'm super stressed out because the capture card stopped working randomly. I'm super sorry, everyone. I'm super sorry, everyone. I gotta try to bounce back. I gotta try to bounce back mentally into a non-stress state. I gotta try to bounce back into a non-stress state. I'm just so stressed out because my capture card is like not wanting to like me. Can I yell at my capture card a little bit after the stream? And tell it to behave in the future, or else I will replace it with a newer model. That always works.
Knockdown.
When I start talking about replacing something, some piece of electric equipment, it always starts to work.
Find the nose.
It always starts to work when you are like telling it to behave, or else you will replace it.
Match.
We didn't die there because we had like one health too little to do the course, and that boss course is pretty long. I think it's worth it. I'm not sure. I have never ever had this happen before on this course.
Collect.
But when like the screen stops working sometimes, and this happens.
Go, Wario.
Beautiful. I'm super sorry, everyone, for the run having so many accidents today.
Untie.
Okay, I bounced back. Let's go.
Defeat.
I'm back. I am back, everyone. I'm back in a good mental space right now.
Get inside. Pop.
I didn't know you could do that.
Higher.
That was that has never happened before moment. Did not know you could do that. That's cheating. I like it.
Protect. Foil. Defeat all.
But yeah, I'm super sorry for technical issues, everyone.
Unstick.
But now we're good. Now we're good. Run should still be finished. Nothing can really happen out of bad. Except for the game cracker, but I don't get challenge fake by saying that.
Straighten up.
Or what I did. I did just say the game can crash, didn't I? Okay, let's hope. We have less than 30 seconds for the game to behave and for like my stuff to work, my equipment to work. So yeah, let's hope. Let's hope.
Chase.
And there we go. And the run is not over yet. The run is over when we get into the nose. There we go. That was a nasty, nasty run. Technical issues and some problems of some courses. Let's go. That happened. That's why all is so rough. I'm really happy about run though. So yeah, that was it for this game, for the WarioWare run. So let's wait for the next run, which is gonna be Bleed 2, which I'm gonna run as well too. This time Catch Card should work.